Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is really true, is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smart ass than a dumbass. Because, guys, 34 years ago, I was a dumbass. But today, 34 years later, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smart ass. And yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this. There are a lot of people out there still struggling, a lot of people with health issues. I am a nutritional health coach. I'm also a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. Know someone is listening. All right. If you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, BAM, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, www.geripetito.com. My book is now on audio with my voice, guys. Okay. You know, Simon & Schuster wanted to put it to audio with someone else's voice, and I was like, no way. This is my story, my passion. This had to be me telling this story. My producer, Ruben Rodriguez from Hamilton Radio and Iron Horse Films, is now doing audiobooks with your voice. So if any authors are interested, please, please reach out to me. And one last thing, guys, if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, please reach out to me about that as well. I'm here to help you. Before I introduce my really cool guests, I want to give a shout out to a couple sponsors today. First, John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B., singer-songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit network created for the creative. So he's also with the Joey D and Johnny B Rockin' Oldies band, and now he's also going solo. But I want to give a shout out to him and his wife Linny, because they put on a luncheon, entertainment luncheon, once a month. And what they do is unbelievable. It's $20. It's by invite only. If you tell them you know me, they would either let you in or lock the door. I'm not sure yet. But $20, guys, and you get a great lunch and incredible entertainment. This Tuesday, it's always the first Tuesday of the month, we've got Stormin' Norman Selden coming. Okay? So anyway, I want to give a shout out to them because they don't keep a penny of the money. Not a penny. Then we've got Michael D'Amore, singer, songwriter, performer, entertainer, www.michaeldamore.com. Guys, he's off the charts ridiculous. I never say this, but I say it about Michael, all right? So I'm a huge Elvis fan, right? Up here's Elvis. Nobody could touch Elvis, but guess what? Michael's pretty close under him. He's incredible, so check him out. And then we've got Michael Zanman, singer, entertainer, performer, www.mzanman.com. So I want to tell you a quick Zanman story. He recently put on Facebook Mel Carter's song, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. He sang it. And he didn't know it, but I sent it to Mel. By the way, guys, keep Mel in prayer. He's in the hospital, but he's doing better. Okay, keep him in prayer. So I sent the song to Mel, and Mel called me and said, your boy did really good. I said, can you tell him? We got Zanman on the three-way, and Mel Carter told him that he did a great job with his song. Zanman lost his breath, okay? And then we've got John Mumfordo, the man of many faces, singer, actor, celebrity, impersonator, tribute artist. So I named him the man of many faces, but he was given the title of the official Rocky Philadelphia Rocky impersonator by a former Philadelphia mayor. Okay, he is Rocky. Okay, guys, he does about 30, and my favorites, of course, is Rocky, The Godfather, and Elvis, baby. Thank you very much. Then we've got Storm and Norman Selden. Okay, www.stormandnormanselden.com. So, booking dozens of attractions for concerts and performances on venues of all sizes. He's got from a 5 to 12 piece band. He came live in studio. He's a beast on the keyboards. A lot of people don't know this, but he helped get Larry Chance from the Earls back in the day started. Rest in peace, Larry. You were like family, and we all love and miss you. I had the honor of emceeing at Let East the last few years, and Michael Zaman opened for Michael D'Amore, and then we got John Monforto into the mix, so it was amazing. Just an amazing thing, and this year should probably be the same. Okay, so that's good for my sponsors. Now I want to introduce my really cool guest who I absolutely love. John Sorgente, say hello to everybody.
Hello out there in Facebook and YouTube land. Geri, first of all, congratulations on your sobriety. That's always good to hear.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you very much.
Of course, continued blessings and health and happiness to you.
Thank you.
All right. I also want to thank you and Jean for this opportunity, and we'll take it from here. We'll see what happens.
Well, we want to thank you because we're honored. I mean, first of all, you've been on Hamilton Radio before. You've been here for many different reasons, but this is a really beautiful reason today. So tell everyone a little bit about what's happening now and why you're here today.
Okay. Well, audience, just indulge me. I have prepared stuff in front of me that I wanted to do because I wanted to get it out there. All right. So my name is John Sorgente, and I am a humble man originally from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. I have been in the DJ business 45 years, have produced various stage shows over the years, and a small stint for about 10 years in the bridal fashion industry. Regarding that, in 2007, I was hired to provide music for the launch of Disney's Princess Bride collection. The launch took place in Gotham Hall in Manhattan, and as a result of that, I was hired to provide music for Yumi Katsura, who was also an international Japanese designer who had provided gowns for the bridal industry as well as the Oscars. At age 28, I realized that I was blessed with an ability to arrange music, simply saying putting playlists together. I focused on all types of background and listening music. I was playing artists like Yanni, Enya, Chris Bodie, and Michael Bublé before anyone ever heard of them. One day I was doing a wedding in an upscale venue, and I was playing Yanni as dinner music. Someone got up from a table and asked me, "What is this beautiful music?" It was Yanni. It was then I realized that people are always listening. I began Music by Devotio, the project that we're going to talk about today, approximately 2 years ago. And I'd like to read our mission statement, which is also on our website, which I will give a little bit later on. At Music by Devotio, we are committed to providing the best music experience to our users. We believe that music has the power to inspire and uplift people, and we aim to make it easily accessible to everyone. Our mission is to clear your mind, cleanse your body, and soothe your soul through our playlists. The whole concept is for you to take the journey with each playlist and receive the effect. Each playlist is precisely arranged to have the journey be consistent. We began with pure healing concepts and then started to explore different journeys like You Are Not Alone, Believe, Just Chillin', A View by the Lake. As you can see, more visual goes into those playlists. The entire objective is for you, if you need a break, you need to chill, or you need to escape mentally, these playlists will not only take you there, but they will also heal you from within. Like I said, it all began in 2023. I do have two individuals that I know personally that are dedicated to these playlists. One is Nelda, who had emergency brain surgery in July 2022 and had 2 hours to live. The surgery was successful. However, as a result, one of her retinas had detached. The brain surgery was totally successful. She has had 5 eye surgeries since and healing more and more each day. Here is her testimonial. My experience with Music by Devotio is the moment you choose a playlist to listen to, you must put on a pair of headphones so there is no distraction. Each playlist is about an hour or more, and it takes you on a journey and awakens your senses within, and it's like trying out new training equipment or a new diet. Basically, I call it a prescription that Dr. DJ John prescribed. It makes me feel alive and, well, that I can face anything. Each playlist is different from one another. They touch emotions deep within. I have had a lot of emotions buried from my father's death, my son's death, and then brain surgery. Truth, it all depends which playlist you listen to. Each one touches and rewires your senses in order to repair and or awaken feelings. When I say awaken your senses, I mean your emotions and feelings within come out as each song intertwines with one another. Each playlist is a masterpiece. Everyone's journey is different. All I can say, thank you, Dr. DJ John, for my lifetime prescription. The second person is Bobby. He had a double transplant, heart and kidney, in March 2023, which left him bedridden for almost 10 months in New York Presbyterian in Manhattan. After those 10 months, he was transferred to 2 different rehabs in New Jersey. Here is his testimonial. My name is Robert. In these days of medicine for everything, I was turned on to Music by Devotio's healing playlists in 2023 as part of my healing process. I would listen to these carefully arranged playlists to keep calm, keep me alive, and calm the soul. The effect the music has had on my health is amazing. Each playlist puts you in a mood to relax and recline, whether you are relaxing, just enjoying a romantic dinner at home, or just reclining at the beach. These playlists help me relieve the stresses of normal life and awake my soul and senses to the happiness of living. I would like to thank John Sorgente of Music by Devotio for the endless playlists that he keeps creating. These playlists have given me the opportunity to heal my awakening and to heal the awakening of my senses and touching my soul. I want to get into a couple of things, but the first thing I want to do is I've mentioned healing several times. The definition of healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. I started in my mission statement about clear your body, cleanse your soul, clear your mind, cleanse your body, and soothe your soul. Music has been a therapeutic tool for centuries. And a lot of hospitals, a lot of medical situations now have programs, and it is proven outright scientifically
Yes.
that music heals.
Yes.
And when we say heal, I'm not talking about curing cancer. If it happens, God bless those people, and God bless their journey. But it touches your soul irrespective of what music you listen to. So what I will say is that I don't believe this music this Music by Devotio approach or playlists are for everyone. Some people will like the music and the approach, and some people will not. But as in anything else in life, you can't satisfy everyone.
That's true.
Where I would like to see my playlists implemented, people that have chemo, people that go for dialysis, people that are in rehab, people that have everyday anxiety, people that have everyday stress, people that have PTSD.
And people who have dementia. I have a story in a
Okay,
minute.
there you go. Every one of those categories, people are going through something. And all I want is for them to put headphones on, take an hour, because every one of my playlists is an hour or a little bit more, and just listen. Now, one of the strategies that I've realized through Spotify, where all my playlists are, is if you go to settings and playback and set your playback at 5 seconds, one song will literally go into the other. In some cases, you will not even know the music changed. Okay, that's part of the whole approach, is the continuum, that you're lost for an hour in my journey that I put you on. And when I say a journey, each playlist is named differently. It's music by Devotio, and then in parentheses, again, it's healing, it's love, it's peace. But like I said, I started to expand on that a little while ago, maybe 6 months ago. And I said, well, if I keep doing healing and love and peace, people are going to get tired of the same approach. And so I started naming playlists with different journeys.
Okay.
Okay, one was a view by the lake. Another one was at the beach. Another was a view by out the cafe window. Another one was Sentimental Journey. And all the music in the playlist fit the name of the playlist. Okay? The best thing I can say about the way I arrange music is that, and again, I consider everything I do a blessing. God gave me this gift, and that's the only way I could explain it.
Yes.
You know, my own son says to me, Dad, I don't understand. I don't understand how you know what goes with what. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the blessing. Okay, because I couldn't teach anyone what I do. It's so important to me that this project begins to work or gets exposed, because I know that that gift at this point in my life is to help people. It's not about money. Okay, I'll get paid for this somehow. And one of the vehicles I look at is possible podcasts, which I would love to do, where someone can tap in, will have listened to the playlist and hear their story and discuss how they're feeling now. But the ultimate goal is where, to me, the payoff comes, is to put these playlists in clinics, in hospitals,
There you go.
in mental health facilities,
There you go.
in veterans facilities.
Yep.
Because understand, again, I said, this is not going to be for everyone. But there's one thing that I've done that you really do have to do when you either begin a business or you have a product or you believe in something. You have to test it on yourself. And I have walked to every single playlist that I have. And I have come back and tweaked and said, this song doesn't go with this song. Take it out, put something else in. But I will tell you, every journey will take you to a place when you are finished. And I know for a fact, and again, if you're not into it, you're not into it. But I know for a fact that you will be affected somehow. Now, getting back to payment, excuse me. Right now, whoever is listening to this, Geri, anyone you know, can go to my website, www.musicbydevotio.com. Right after the first portion, it says proceed to Spotify. You click on the button, and it will take you directly to our Spotify playlists. Now, one caveat, and this is because the way Spotify runs their business, is you need premium in order for you to listen to the entire playlist and journey. In other words, if you don't have premium, which I believe now is approximately $12 to $14 a month, there will be commercials, and they'll bounce you around. What's that word? Where it starts with an S, and it jumps from song to song to song to song, whatever the word may be. It may come to me. But so you need premium in order to listen to it. But there's nothing to do. Go to the website, click on proceed to Spotify, and you're there. And you can pick and choose whatever playlist you want. I mean, all I ask is that if you do listen to a playlist and you thoroughly enjoy it, just follow us.
Yes.
In this day and age, unfortunately, because of social media and because of anything else, the first question is, how many followers do you have? And so that's what I'm here for. I need followers. I'm not worried about the ultimate objective and the podcasts and getting into hospitals and stuff like that because, again, once there's enough followers, just like I've read today with a couple of testimonials, there'll be that many more testimonials. And, I mean, it's as simple as that. And my playlist now, in the beginning, I work towards making, okay, what do we want to say? What do we want to do? Et cetera, et cetera. Now they come to me. I could be driving, I could be working. All of a sudden, a phrase comes to me, and I say, wow, that would be a good playlist. So it's just like writing a song. I'm writing a playlist just like people write songs. People say, oh, I was in the bathroom, I was on a plane or whatever, and it came to me. Well, that's what happens now. It comes to me because I guess I'm on the right mission and focused. But one thing I wanted to say about a playlist is not only do you have a title, but I also put quotes. And I put quotes because I want you to understand where I'm taking you.
Okay.
So one playlist I mentioned before, Believe. The quotes say, when you believe, ... Now understand, all the songs in that playlist are focused on believing. And let me indulge it a little bit by saying, in that playlist, Believe, we all know when you believe, things happen.
That's right.
But the biggest mission all these playlists take on is to believe in yourself and have hope that it's never too late. I'm sitting next to a woman who, if we asked 34 years ago where you'd be today, there's no way you could have envisioned not only coming out of the addiction, but being able to do what you do on a daily basis.
God.
Well, again, there's some things in there that are attached to a godlike feel in some playlists. And again, I know that's not for everyone.
Right.
But understand, when you get up every day, you have full control of yourself. And I understand people have anxiety, people have mental issues, and especially PTSD. Unfortunately, it wasn't their fault, but they have it, and it's an ongoing battle. But what I'm saying to you is, when you battle, you're battling with yourself. You're not battling with anybody else.
That's right.
And so you are first and foremost, yes, there's therapists. Yes, there's clinics. Yes, there's even medication. But you're the one that has to conquer the battle. And I have found, I've said this to many people, we've had this discussion right before we started. The mind is the most powerful computer in the world. And the mind controls everything you do. If you get up every day and you look in the mirror and you don't like who you see and you say something bad to yourself, your body is going to start to believe it.
Yes.
I know a lot of people throw around positive thinking and positive body image and positive this and positive that. I look at it a little bit differently. It's the will to conquer. And we all have the will to conquer. As bad as your situation, and again, you could attest to this, as bad as your situation seems, the sun will come out tomorrow. Behind all clouds lies the sun. And you know what? There is an end to the rainbow. There is something on the other side of the rainbow. And again, that's for everyone. Again, I don't expect anybody to have my ideology or feel the way I feel, but this is how I lead my life. And I know that every day of my life, especially now with this project, is to help people.
Yes.
And I know that I will be taken care of.
Yes.
I know God blesses me every day,
Yes.
one way or another. And a lot of people think blessings come in money. No.
No.
Blessings come in many, many different forms. And one of the blessings we have today, which you heard Bobby's testimonial, is medication is a very easy fix. My medication is free, and all you have to do is listen.
And healthier.
Because I'm also listening to what she said before. She is a licensed nutritionist. Our bodies are our life. Our life is the biggest and largest blessing we have ever received. How do you want to treat your body? And you know what? Again, you're in control. No one else is in control. A perfect example of that, I tell this to people all the time, is, and especially the youth of today, every single person is born with a clean slate, an artist's canvas, pure white. In the beginning, when you're a toddler, the first people that sprinkle paint on your canvas are your parents or your guardians or whoever is there first. The second are your teachers and educators. Third are your friends.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into junior high school, and I've been a substitute teacher in New York City junior high schools for 22 years.
Oh, okay.
It's time for you to finish your painting.
Mm-hmm.
I've looked in kids' faces and tell them, it's time for you to finish your painting because that painting is yours. And don't ever give up the keys to your car for someone to drive your car, or don't ever give up your paintbrush for someone that's going to finish your painting. God gave you a life to create your painting. Go do it. And I've lived a life, not of riches, of ups and downs, whatever. I live my life every day and answer to no one. Because the only person you should be answering to, besides a God, if that's what you believe in, when you get up and look in the mirror in the morning, that's the only person you should be answering to. Because that person is the one that's going to guide you through life. Nobody knows, correct me if I'm wrong, nobody knows you better than you.
That's right. The Man in the Mirror. There's a poem. I have it hanging on my wall.
There you go.
The Man in the Glass. The Man in the Glass.
Okay.
When you look in the mirror and look at that man and you're struggling, I forget how it goes, but it's so amazing, guys. Look it up. Google it, okay? All right. Continue. I just had to say that.
It's okay. You also realize that an individual can be so powerful. I sat doing production yesterday at a pharmaceutical company in Westchester, and two gentlemen were the primary speakers, and it was for Black History Month. I cannot even tell you how inspiring these two gentlemen were. They both came from fatherless homes. One came from a mother and fatherless home and was raised by his grandmother.
Mm.
And both are very, very successful entrepreneurs and businessmen. And they were there to launch a partnership between them and the pharmaceutical company about getting into inner cities and making more black people become scientists.
Very cool.
And you just sit there and you know, we live in a world, not to get political or anything like that, but we all know that the world has changed drastically.
Mm-hmm.
And my opinion is very simple. In the flick of a switch, we can change the world. And the reason the world is the way it is because we've become dehumanized. We no longer treat each other like human beings. We no longer look at each other as human beings. Now we look at each other with labels. And what does a label do? Creates discrimination and judgment. As crazy as this sounds, we're all on the same level. We all come from the same person. And we're all here to do the same thing. And that's, part of my creating these playlists are those kind of thoughts. One of my favorite songs ever, and when I say ever, I mean a person like me knows more music than the average person could ever dream of.
He's telling the truth.
But Michael Jackson's Heal the World.
Oh, I love that song. Oh, it's beautiful.
You listen to the lyrics of that song, which was done in the 80s, I believe, and think about how impactful those lyrics are today.
Yes.
The other song is We Are the World.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, but about 5 years ago, Broadway redid it.
Oh, I didn't know either.
I listened to it last week. I was blown away. Blown away. Why? Because of the messaging. Because of what is being said. And you know what? I understand our kids are not us. And the generations after them are not us. But it's up to us. How are they going to know if it's not given to them? I mean, I had a student, a 14-year-old student. I talked about this in class one day. 14-year-old student says, "Could I have the link? Because I have some issues." He came back to me 3 weeks later and said to me, "I can't explain to you how powerful your playlists are."
Did you hear what he just said? A 14-year-old student. Think about that, guys, how amazing this music is. For a 14-year-old to say that, you just gave me chills. Okay, continue.
Again, I would not put this out there
Wow.
if I didn't think it could work.
Right.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's again, I've been pointed in this direction for a reason.
Yep.
That's why I'm here.
So I have to touch base on a few things you said.
Of course.
Okay? I'm jumping in this chair, okay? So first off, music saves lives. 100,000,000%. We all know that, especially through COVID, okay? All the lives that I was doing, I had people messaging me, and a woman, I'll never forget this, was in a hospital for about a month. And she messaged me, and we're now Facebook friends, and she said, "Geri, you don't understand what you've done for me with these lives." She had her nurse prop up her phone in the hospital to listen to the music. Okay? So that's number one about the music. I'm going to tell you how music saved my life, okay? So I don't even think you know this story. Huge Elvis fan, right? Everybody knows that about me. In 1990, I had beauty salons back then. I was making too much money too young. It was not good, okay? I had a 1990 black and gold Eldorado Cadillac with Elvis license plates, okay? My clientele back then were very wealthy Jewish women, and one of them was the municipal court judge, the boss of all the judges. One night, 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the middle of Trenton with a girlfriend copping heroin in that car, okay? And we don't know it, but an unmarked police car is following us. We get to the dealer, young black guy in Trenton. He says, "I don't have any dope. We got to go a couple blocks." He jumps in my car. We go. The cop recognized my Elvis plates. And he called the judge because he knew I was friends with her because I used to meet her at the courthouse for lunch. And waited till he got back in my car with the dope. He pulls us over. And he says, "Geri, Judge so-and-so said, get the dope out of this car, get this guy out of your car, go home, get some rest, and get some help." The next day, it changed my life. I was mortified. So think about that. Elvis. So I did a show. I close out the year every year with a show how God and Elvis saved my life. And I talked about all that. So think about that. If I wasn't such an Elvis fan, if I didn't have those plates, I would have been in jail that night.
Or worse.
Okay, right. But right?
Absolutely.
So as far as music, guys, my father had Alzheimer's. He didn't know what he ate for breakfast. He didn't know me. He knew I was someone that he could trust because I wore the same shirts every day with cats on them. So he recognized the shirt, okay? But you put Italian music on, he'd start dancing and singing to the music, all right? And that's across the board. I would take a lot of entertainers into homes here in Mercer County, all right? They couldn't talk. They couldn't even look up, half of them. They were in wheelchairs. Soon as they started singing, they were doing this on the chair. You put a baby in a bouncy, 6-month, 9-month-old baby in a bouncy, you play music, it starts to bounce. It's innate.
Oh,
It's innate, right? So
100%.
this music is amazing. Your music is magnificent, first
Thank
of
you.
all.
Thank you very
I
much.
used to listen to Yanni back in the day, and I listened to something called Featherlight. And that I would go to sleep to like the rain and all that great stuff. Your music is unbelievable. It's magnificent. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, and listen, one last thing. I got woken up in the middle of the night because you were talking about the brain, right? Blah, blah, blah. So I got woken up and I heard, write your book. That's right. I heard that. And I giggled and I said, okay, Lord, you want me to write my book? And I didn't know why. I said, okay. So I stayed in the house for 4 weeks. My book was written in 3 weeks. I say God wrote it. There's no way God did not write this book. I didn't know why I had to write that book when I did. It was to save 2 family members at the moment. My book, as soon as it came out, Simon & Schuster, we sent it to Simon & Schuster. They said, we love your book, and we're doing it. My book was out within a month, okay? I'm waiting for my shipment. And I get a call from a cousin, we need you tonight. Okay? My cousin, to this day, he's doing great. His sister had a call. He lost his mind on Met. And he's fine. And this was in 2016. And to this day, he will tell you this book saved his life. A month later, okay, 2 months after this was out, this was a tragic phone call. Someone did die. But my cousin who was alive, the husband, it saved him. That is why it had to be written when it was. But I want to talk about the mind real quick, and then I want to ask you a couple questions.
Sure.
So I wanted to do something in here about how powerful the mind is. And I tricked myself. Now listen to this, guys. I was laying down in bed, it was nighttime, and I'm thinking of the ocean and the waves, and I'm smiling, and everything's beautiful, and I love dolphins and seahorses, and I used to have seahorses, and I'm thinking of them, and I'm happy. I tricked myself, and within a minute, I started thinking very, very, very bad thoughts. Within 20 seconds, my heart started pounding. My body started shaking. I tricked myself. And I didn't even know, my body didn't even know it was fake. I sat up and I'm like, okay, God, it's fake, take it away, it's fake. My point in telling you that is, what he's saying is 1,000,000% right. Your mind is so powerful that what you tell yourself, your body doesn't know whether it's real or not. So even if you're hallucinating or thinking this is going on and it's really not, your body's going to think it is. Okay, I am proof of that. Why don't you give yourself an experiment? Do what I did. Then you'll really understand the concept of how great the mind is. So, you know, you were saying how, like, it's a divine intervention with what's going on with you with this.
No doubt.
Okay, and like the same here, right? So you'll never stop. You can't stop until God says it's enough. Okay? So let me ask you something. Have you had any moments, because you're human, during this project where you felt like giving up?
No.
Okay. Have you had any moments during this project where you were depressed and you said, I need my music?
100%.
Okay. Once you feel that depression and you're like, okay, I need my music now, you go to it. What happens?
I take the journey, and I choose the journey I want to be on. And after all is said and done, what I always come back to is that I'm in control.
That's right. Okay.
No matter what.
I was going to read a poem here, which I'll read later, but I'm going to switch it to one after what you just said, okay? I'm going to read a poem. Let me find it, guys. Here. Face it till you make it. All right? Based on what you just said. You're in control. Guys, you've all heard fake it till you make it, right? I don't like that. Now, I'm going to read this poem because there are a lot of people out there that are going to need to hear this. Okay? He just said you're in control. Guys, you're in control 100%. No one else is in control. You are. All right? If you're struggling right now and you need to hear these words, please listen to every word of this poem. Face it till you make it. Fake it till you make it is a term heard so much. I don't really agree. It's living with a crutch. Not just for addiction, all life lessons, my friend. That's a sad in life to live until the end. I'd rather go by a saying more real. Face it till you make it, in spite of how you feel. We got to grow up, put our past behind. In spite of our hurts, there's greatness to find. I'd rather go through life smiling every day, holding up my chin, all good things to say. Positive thinking, your mind, and actions likewise. Throw out a force up into the skies. What we project is what we will earn. Karma is real. We each have a turn. Your thoughts are wired to make you think. With what you do can make you sink. Keep all your thoughts uplifting and real. Feeding your mind crap destroys how you feel. So don't put out crap. It comes back to bite. Stand up real tall and just fight the fight. I promise you this, if you face all your fears, it might be quite scary, but will add to your years. One day you'll be happy with who you now are. Just look at me, I've really come far. I look in the mirror and like what I see, but most important, I really love me. Guys, listen to everything he is saying. Okay, if any of you are suffering out there, you need this music. It's amazing. It's amazing. So,
well, I appreciate that. To follow up on what you just said, it's, again, I used different words before, but these playlists are about you realizing no one's going to love you until you love yourself. And you will not be able to love anybody else if you don't love yourself. You know, it's funny. I heard this commercial, or a stinger, what we call in the radio business, on Pitbull's radio station. Fear, F-E-A-R, 2 approaches. Fear everything and run. Face everything and rise.
I love that.
There's your alternative.
You want to
do you
play?
run or do you rise?
Why don't we play a song? Let's play. We have
Sure.
2 beautiful songs we're going to play. So let's play our first one, DJ, and then you'll talk about it. I love that.
Don't forget the little things in life that make you happy. Yeah. Don't forget the little things in life that make you smile. Oh, cast your cares aside and think about the things that make you smile. Big white puffy clouds in a big blue sky, finding as many cloud pictures as you can find. Happy yellow flowers and a homemade pie. Oh, don't forget the happy little things. A hot cup of coffee at the start of a day, driving to work and getting green lights all the way, listening to the radio and your song play. Oh, don't forget the happy little things. Don't forget the little things in life that make you happy. Yeah, yeah. Don't forget the little things in life that make you smile. cast your cares aside and think about the things that make you smile. Going for a walk outside, feeling a cool breeze, breathing the fresh air and looking at autumn leaves. Holding hands with the one I love, and he says he loves me. Oh, don't forget the happy little things. Don't forget the little things in life that make you happy. Yeah, yeah. Don't forget the little things in life that make you smile. Oh, cast your cares aside and think about the things. Don't forget the little things in life that make you happy. Don't forget the little things in life that make you smile. No, don't forget them. Don't forget the little things in life that make you happy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, don't forget the little things in life that make you smile. Oh, cast your cares aside and think about the things that make you smile.
So that's absolutely beautiful, John. Take the mic and please tell everyone about this song.
Okay, so first, a question that Jerry asked me while we were listening to the song is, let me just put things in perspective for you. These are not my songs, not composed by me, not produced by me, not written by me. When I want to create a playlist, I come up with a title, and then I start searching from Spotify's, I guess, library, and then I decide what goes after what and before what and etc. In other words, the order I want to arrange them in. Excuse me. Now, if you listen to the lyrics of that song, Happy Little Things is the name of it. And it's all about the simple things in life that will make you happy. That comes from the playlist, Music by Devotio, Be Grateful You're Alive. So just think about what you just heard and think about what I talked about before, how I want you to start thinking about yourself and your life. Because guess what? Every day you awake, if you can see the sky and breathe the air, you need to be grateful you're alive.
I agree. 100%, guys. So, do you have a I know this is a hard question. Okay, do you have a favorite or a few favorites that you listen to more often?
No.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because the way these were created were the mood I was in or something that came to me. but there are certain songs that created these playlists.
Okay.
For example, from the movie soundtrack Black Panther, how it all started, the first playlist I ever created
Oh.
was Rihanna's Lift Me Up. There's something about that song that gets into my soul, and I created music by Devotio, Lift Me Up.
Okay.
So it never depends on me. It depends on what comes to me, what message I want to send, what journey I want to create, and then put it all together. And I got to be honest with you, there have been playlists that have taken me maybe an hour and a half to put together. There are playlists that have taken me 20 minutes.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. One more question about music with you. Okay, back in the day, we're close in age, back in the day growing up, who were some of your musical influences?
I would say the biggest influence that touched my life, and I guess in its indirect way, it led me to the production, to the arrangements, to the et cetera, is David Foster.
Oh, really?
David Foster, in my opinion, is the greatest producer that has ever lived. And when you talk about maestro, when you talk about genius, it's always understated compared to what this man is capable of. And a lot of people don't know this. He started in the 70s and produced and put together bands like Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire and stuff. What people don't know is the careers he's changed around since he got involved in their life.
Tell us someone.
He's currently married to Catherine McVie.
Okay.
Okay, changed her life around completely. But the artists I'm talking about, Josh Groban,
Oh my gosh.
Celine Dion, Chris Bodie, Michael Bublé. I've probably said enough.
Wow.
Perfect example of the genius that he is. Barbara Streisand came out with something called the Broadway album.
Okay.
I believe the first track, if not the first track, a track on that album is called Somewhere from West Side Story.
Okay.
She walked into the studio and said to him, I want this to sound spacey.
Okay.
If you ever heard the way this song starts, you would be blown away. And that, to me, is what shows his creative genius.
Okay. Masterpiece.
Oh, one of the greatest his arrangements are, oh, I forgot, one of the most important. When Andrea Bocelli came to this country,
Okay.
he was hooked up with Sarah Brightman. He had already done Cante Partio in Italy.
Okay.
She hooked up with him, and they did the English version of Never Can Say Goodbye. That's what put him on the map
I didn't know
in
that.
the United States.
Okay.
If you listen to Bocelli's early albums and you listen to the last 10, 15 years, you'll say, what happened? David Foster.
I didn't know that.
One of my favorite albums that he did, and it is actually a special, because you could look up on YouTube and watch it, is Love in Portofino.
Okay.
It's all Italian music. The concert is on a small piece of land with Italian apartment houses behind it that are all different colors, red, yellow, blue, like in Portofino. It's in Portofino. Paul Anka was actually seated at a round table on the water. If you listen to that album, the genius of David Foster pounds through the TV.
That's
Probably one of the
incredible.
greatest experiences you'll ever see.
That's incredible.
Oh.
I didn't know any of that.
And another thing, like Yanni.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Yanni at 3 o'clock in the morning laying on the floor with headphones while my ex-wife and my son were sleeping.
Okay. Always. Yes.
Okay? A lot of people don't know this. When Yanni came to being, the person that brought him out the most was Linda Evans from Dynasty,
I didn't know that either.
who became his girlfriend eventually, but she was his business partner.
I didn't know any of that.
In the day I'm talking about, he was one of the first. He did a concert directly from the Acropolis in Greece. And it was called the Acropolis Tour. I actually saw that tour when he came to Madison Square Garden. But this is what people don't know. And then later on, he went to India and did a concert in front of the religious temple. Okay? And that was called the Tribute Tour. I saw that tour when it came to America. When he did the Acropolis, he had 70 musicians. He handpicked every one of them from around the world, wrote, composed, and arranged all their parts. If you ever see that concert, you will just stop and say, what just happened?
Whoa.
I've seen Yanni 4 times already.
So wait, Yanni wrote and composed and picked each one?
Every single one. Every note. And if you watch the concert, or any guy's concert, but especially those, that there was all these musicians, he stops, and as they're playing solos, he looks at them in awe of their ability.
Wow. Okay, that's beautiful. I have chills.
You got to see
Okay,
it.
I love Yanni.
So
That's-
Yanni
oh, I
is the
gotta check that
Acropolis
out.
and Tribute. Those are the 2 major concerts.
Okay.
But
Gotta
it's,
check that out.
you
All
know.
right. So now let's play our second song, producer.
Yes.
When you feel the sunlight fade into the cold night, don't know where to turn, you don't know where to turn, and all the dreams you're dreaming seem to lose their meaning. Let me in your world, baby, let me in your world. All you need is someone you can hold. Don't be sad, you're not alone. I will be here for you. I will be here for you.
And look. Okay, so that's absolutely beautiful. Talk about that song. Come on.
All right, so that is Michael W. Smith is the artist, and the name of the song is I Will Be Here, and that comes from the playlist Music by Devotio, Believe. And obviously, if you listen to the lyrics, someone out there, maybe you haven't figured it out yet, will always be there for you. Whether it's family, whether it's friends, or whether it's somebody that just comes along at the right time.
Yes.
But you're the one that has to recognize it. You know, all I can tell you is we're talking about music and listening to music. True communication is not about speaking. It's about listening.
That's right.
You need to listen. You need to pay attention more to what happens in your life, and you'll start to see the pivots or maybe certain directions you never thought about going into. You know, it's so funny how you can, again, I'm so grateful that you've given me this opportunity. I reached out to a woman on Instagram, and I said, listen, I think we can collaborate. And she's one of these women that she's 61 years old, and she's had a checkered past, and she's one of these people of women empowerment and stuff like that. And she came back to me and said, I hope you don't misunderstand this, but I don't do anything for free.
Okay.
And what I didn't understand was I didn't ask anything of you. And the whole objective was I'm reaching out to you because of what you do. You're trying to empower people. You're trying to empower women. My playlists may be able to help those customers.
That's right.
I'm not asking you to pay me. In fact, and we never had a conversation. That's how I started. I wanted to have a conversation with her. And my whole point to have the conversation was going to be, your customers can use my music for free, and you can add it as one of your services. I don't want anything from you.
To even say that to me is rude.
Well, again, but
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
the world is made up of
That's right.
all different kinds of people,
That's right.
and it's no matter who she is, what it tells me, not to judge her, but my opinion is, you obviously haven't learned.
That's right.
Because you don't know who I am or wasn't even interested
Yep.
to have a conversation with me. Your knee-jerk reaction was that I'm going to use you. No, it was the other way around. You could use me for free,
Yes.
and I didn't even care.
Yes. Amazing.
Welcome to social
Amazing.
media.
Right. So, all right. So let me ask you something. So, obviously, your family. I mean, you have everybody's support with this project.
I don't have as much support as you think I have,
Okay.
but that's okay.
No, that's okay.
You know, listen, I've been this person since, from what I remember.
Okay.
I'm a warrior.
Yes.
Okay, the warrior in me, I am a leader. That means I'm the general. So ironic, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I saw again, for the second or third time, the movie 300.
I don't know.
Okay, 300 is a movie about Sparta.
Okay.
300 men took on the entire Persian army.
Okay.
All died from it, except one.
Okay.
But they said, we will go down in Spartan history.
And they did, obviously.
Obviously did.
Yes.
The point about it being, when you're the general, you hope that your army is behind you. But if your army is not behind you, you figure out a way.
Yes.
You don't retreat. again, it goes back to the positive thoughts, which I don't like to use positive thoughts. Behind the clouds, find the sunshine.
Yes.
So even if you're in a battle all by yourself, so what? So what?
So what is right?
I mean, how many single people have done things in the world that have changed the world?
Yes.
Single people.
That's right.
And they never, ever believed that it was going to be them.
That's right.
Or didn't even have an intention to do it.
That's right.
Boom, it happened.
Amazing.
You know, again, one of my, I won't say an idol because, I mean, it's not an idol kind of situation, but I can't tell you the profound respect I have for Michael Jordan. I stopped watching basketball after Michael Jordan retired. Why? His high school basketball coach told him, kid, go home. You're never going to amount to anything.
Right. I know this story. Go ahead.
Michael Jordan was not only a winner, he transgressed a sport to someone never did or has done since. By himself. One person who was only 6'6" among 6'9" and 7-foot players. But if you watch, there's
Only 6'6". I
Well,
love how you said that. Continue.
6'6" is not tall in
Okay,
basketball,
go
especially
ahead.
in the modern
Go
day.
ahead.
But there's a tremendous Netflix special called Last Dance.
Okay.
It's 10 episodes
Okay.
of his career
His
in life.
journey.
Impactual isn't even the word. You realize who this man was as an individual. A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people disagree, but I watched it. The Chicago Bulls were nobody. Michael Jordan came along, and they won one championship. After the first or second championship, he went on to win 6. He made his players champions. He taught them how to be champions.
I have a Michael Jordan story.
Okay, great.
Okay. My grandson's birthday was yesterday. He turned 24. When he was a teenager, my daughter took him to Florida, I believe it was. Everyone knows apparently where Michael Jordan lives. It's not a secret. So she gets a rental car and she drives to Michael Jordan's house. Now it's a gate and walls, okay? And my grandson's saying, Mom, and she's like, stop, stop. She rings the bell on this gate. All of a sudden, they see an elderly woman in a long dress, the grandmother, coming towards, and a little boy's head props over the wall and says, hello. And my daughter says, hi, what's your name? I'm Michael Jr. All right? The grandmother sees it's my daughter and her young son. They are not dangerous. She lets them in. I've got a video of my grandson playing basketball at Michael Jordan's house with his children. Is that cool or what?
That's unbelievable.
Okay? I had to share it.
But now, the whole point of the story, Michael Jordan wasn't even there, and think about the impact on your grandson.
No kidding. That's my point. Exactly. Think about that. He's playing with his kids on Michael Jordan's court. Something he'll never, ever, ever forget. Amazing, right?
You know, there are many people that have taken certain paths and realized afterward what they did wrong and changed their life around. Mm-hmm. Okay, an idol to me, my idol, one of my idols, is Alex Rodriguez. I love and look up to Alex Rodriguez. Number one, in my opinion, he was one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived.
Oh, okay, because I don't really know him. Okay.
Okay, he started in the Texas Rangers,
Okay.
and then started in Seattle, then went to Texas,
Okay.
then went to New York.
Okay.
He started baseball in the major leagues at 19.
Okay.
His 2 major league contracts, now this is without advertising, merchandising, whatever, deals, sponsors. His 2 major league contracts were $500 million. And he wound up getting pushed out of baseball because they said he did steroids, but never tested positive
Okay.
for steroids.
Okay.
He gets out of Major League Baseball and starts to become a businessman, hooks up with two major businessmen. One of them like Mr. O'Leary from Shark Tank, and he was on Shark Tank or whatever. Alex Rodriguez is now at a point in his life. Every time he steps off his jet, he's making money.
Okay.
He's got businesses here, there, and everywhere. He teaches at Harvard. He teaches at Stanford. Again, he owns part of a basketball team. What happened? Anybody that have seen, and this is my opinion, could be wrong, but he was an egomaniac when he played sports. Okay, he was a little bit too full of himself.
Okay.
He has now become the most
Humble.
person.
Yay.
You cannot be successful in life on any level unless you're humble.
That's right.
And you know what? The most successful people in the world are grateful and thankful. Because every person was given two things when they were born. You're the only one that can take them away. Dignity and integrity. One of the guys said yesterday, your name is everything. But what happens in front of your name is your legacy and your reputation. They walk in the door before you do. So if you want to tarnish that name, bad move.
Okay. So, John, we're
Yes.
coming to the close of the show. I want you to look into that camera and talk to everyone and give them some words of encouragement, please.
Those of you that are listening, those of you, whether you check out my Spotify playlist or not, please understand, as much as you believe you're in the depths of despair, there's always a way out. Somehow, some way, you have to look in that mirror and understand and believe and love who you are. Those are the ingredients for you to take control of your life and move forward. And once you do that, then you can ask for help. Don't ask for help if you don't believe in yourself, because you're not ready for the help. Love yourself and believe in yourself, because no matter what has happened to you in your life, no matter where you are, nothing is the end of the road. There is no end of the road. The end of the road comes when your life is over, and you have no control over that. You don't decide that. At least don't do it prematurely.
Right.
So please check out our website, www.musicbydevotio.com. And Devotio to you may appear to look like Devotio, Devotio. I call it Devotio because it's the Latin derivative of devotion. So check out our website. There's a couple of promos on there, and there's the button that says proceed to our Spotify playlists. Check them out. Whatever, you can message Geri back. You can contact me per the website. But I absolutely encourage you. Let's put it this way. Number one, it's free. Number two, you have nothing to lose by listening to that music. And if for some reason it does work, beautiful. Good for you. Not for me. Good for you. Thank you.
That was beautiful. So, John, I just want to thank you. I mean, you honored us here today. This was an amazing interview. The music is off the charts. What you're doing is unbelievable. And you are saving lives. And you know what? You are listening to that inner voice, because that's what you're made to do right now. Okay? Whether you have the support or not, it's up to you to fulfill your need. You know, my door is always open. We love you here, John. It's been amazing. Dachi, I'm going to do something different. I'm just going to end with this poem. We don't have to play my music, okay? So, guys, I want to end with this poem for a reason. It's called Utilizing Gifts and Talents, what this guy's doing. Okay? There are a lot of people out there that are going to be messaging me, oh my gosh, I wish I could do what I want to do like he's doing. You can. A lot of people question their self-worth, okay? Everyone is born with a gift, okay? You have to understand that, but it's up to you to figure out what that gift is and then utilize it. So if this is you, please listen to every word of this poem, Utilizing Gifts and Talents. We are born with talents, we are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry, and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used, God's gift to us, not be abused. We can go far in life for sure, using our gifts to go on tour. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our job's to share them to even up the score. You see, in life what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. So don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share. Our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name, John Sorgente, baby, will live forever, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give. To yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. Guys, please check him out. If you want to message me, I can get you in touch with him. All right? It's incredible what he's doing, and the music is off the charts. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for listening. Please, please share this show, and please check out his music. Thank you.